send things over to Amelia now with more on Oscar fashions.
Yes, exactly, Dana. And I was thinking that that would be a perfect gift for your daughter. There we go. Oh, and here we are. Okay, so we're going to try to recreate some of the best looks on the red carpet, not necessarily in the dress or the jewels, but in the makeup and hair. And that's why we're joined this morning with beauty queen Christina Morale. Now, Christina, behind me, good morning. You, of course, covered the Oscars for Bite Size TV, and you're going to kind of fill us in on some of your favorite looks that you saw and how we can recreate those. So let's kick it off with Jennifer Lawrence this morning.
Yes, Jennifer Lawrence, I mean, obviously she was the big winner of the night, and she was a huge winner for me in the beauty world as well. This is how you do young celebrity right. The beauty was fresh, she didn't look aged, which tends to happen a lot with these young girls like Amanda Seyfried on the red carpet. I loved a trend that we're seeing with her and that she rocked beautifully was a very undone, messy updo. And it just, the makeup was fresh, it's very easy to duplicate at home. Purchase a glowy product. I love MAC Strobe Cream to just give you a beautiful highlight and youthful glow.
Okay, so the MAC Strobe Cream for that look. Reese Witherspoon you also really liked. I thought she looked very beautiful as well.
She looked so beautiful. And one trend that I had predicted earlier with Bite Size, and of course we saw it come to life with Reese, was that old Hollywood glamour, those side waves. Actually quite perfect, you know, to recreate at home. It looks a lot more harder than what it is, but if you simply just take a 1.5-inch roller, barrel curling iron, you can actually just roll around towards your face for about 1 minute and then release the curl and brush out afterwards, and you get that really soft wave, just like Reese had.
I'm going to have to try that at home. Let's move on now to Naomi Watts. Talk to us about what you liked about her look and how we can recreate that.
Another really big trend, we always love the smoky eye, but Naomi Watts recreated it in a really soft way. Softer makeup is huge for spring and upcoming fall again. And Naomi Watts also had that really messy, undone updo. A great way to achieve the updo is just don't use hairspray once you actually complete your hair. That's a huge trick with many stylists in Hollywood and easy to duplicate at home as well. And same thing with the smoky eye, just don't use primer so the shadow won't hold. It's difficult not to use primer on the red carpet, but if we don't, the shadow won't look as intense. Or you can use a softer gray.
Okay, let's move on to Kristen Stewart, and as we move on to her, we're also moving on to the looks that you didn't like so much.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart, you know, the grunge look is really in. We saw it all over the runways a couple weeks ago at New York Fashion Week, but there's something about Kristen Stewart that bothers me with it. It was just almost too greasy or something looking. The hair, the makeup was sort of disheveled. I know she hurt herself earlier in the day, but you're at the Academy Awards, show some respect, and maybe just, I don't know, add a little dry shampoo. So ladies, definitely don't. If you want that undone look, it's great, you know, to duplicate, but maybe just add a little dry shampoo for volume instead.
Yeah, I'm also not loving that color eyeshadow that she had. It seemed kind of too close to her nose a little bit, not far enough out. Let's move on to Anne Hathaway, too. As far as her dress went, that was a big fail for me. I didn't even have time really to look at what her hair and makeup looked like.
I think everyone was so distracted by that dress, and it's funny because she changed last minute too. She had a beautiful gown reserved, and she changed her mind, which is crazy to me, but she just reminded me of Justin Bieber a little bit with that hair. I don't know, circa 2011. The pixie cut is so beautiful on her, and I know she's in that mid-weird grow-out phase, but I feel like, you know, they could have added a little more product, maybe did a little more Audrey Hepburn style and parted it back a bit more. It just looked disheveled and a little undone for her, and she's very beautiful, and she always impresses on the red carpet.
Christina, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's always great to hear from you. You can hear more about these looks, how to create them, recreate them on beautyqueenblog.com. We're going to take a sneak peek in our kitchen right now with Chef Scotty. Him and